As the promised ceasefire became a reality, in Gaza there was a sense of liberation from days of destructive, deadly airstrikes and artillery. Also a celebration of what Hamas and its military leader Mohammed Deif say is a victory over Israel.
They killed young men, but my grandson was born and we called him Mohammed Deif. We called another child Al-Aqsa Sword. They're in good health. They will grow up and be young men. God is greatest.
Families who'd sought refuge in schools now able to return to the homes they'd fled in fear.
This is a joyful moment for all Gaza. This is the victory for Ramadan, for Eid, and for Jerusalem.
Celebrations too in occupied East Jerusalem. Hamas said it had won concessions in the ceasefire, restricting Israeli actions in the neighborhood of Sheikh Jarrah and on the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. Israel has denied that, saying the ceasefire was unconditional. But with victorious chanting spreading across the occupied West Bank, Hamas clearly feels it has improved its standing among Palestinians in relation to the rival Fatah faction of Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas.
What will come after the Battle of Jerusalem Sword is not like what came before, but the Palestinian people have backed the resistance and know that the resistance is what will liberate their land and protect their holy sites.
In Tel Aviv, subjected in recent days to the heaviest, most concentrated Gaza rocket fire in any previous war, the sense was of wary relief.
The ceasefire is good for humanitarian reasons, to let civilians relax a little bit on both sides. I'm skeptical, though, that it will really be kept for a while.
Unfortunately, I don't feel like we have much time for the next escalation if anything significant will change, like if Hamas will get disarmed.
Israel says the days of strikes in Gaza on tunnels, missile sites, senior commanders have set Hamas back years and restored Israeli military deterrence. President Biden said the US would help replenish Israel's Iron Dome anti-rocket batteries and aid rebuilding in Gaza through the Palestinian Authority, not Hamas.
I also emphasize what I've said throughout this conflict. The United States fully supports Israel's right to defend itself against indiscriminate rocket attacks from Hamas and other Gaza-based terrorist groups that have taken the lives of innocent civilians in Israel.
12 people, including 2 children, have been killed in Israel in the 11 days of fighting. Israel's army says it will keep its increased military presence in place for some days as civilian restrictions are eased. In Gaza, too, daily life is starting to resume. Here, 232 people were killed, 65 of them children. Each side's victory claim is at best open to doubt. What is certain, the destruction and grief left behind. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.